Hello, this is Angela Brooks from Blogging for Profits. Thank you for joining me today on this podcast. And I just want to talk about something to give you something to think about. And that is, do you look at the price of something or the value of something? It's price versus value. Most people look at the price. They never even consider what the value of an item is, whether it's a shirt, a dinner, a training, an education, whatever it is. The first thing that somebody will ask is, what is the price? And if you're always looking at just the price in your life, I know sometimes you have to, because the bank account is going to control you to a certain extent. But let me give you an example. If you've got something, a tool, a system, a process that you need, and you're running a business, and you go out and you buy the cheapest item that you can find and use it for a couple of weeks and it breaks. You go out, you buy another one just like it, you use it a couple of weeks and it breaks. You end up in this cycle and you buy 2 or 3 of the cheap things that end up breaking and not serving you for any length of time. And if you would have just gone ahead and bought a good item that was sturdy and could handle the job, you would have still spent the exact same amount of money, except you wouldn't have gone through the process of the breaking and having to resupply yourself. And I say this because a lot of people look at their business and their tools and their systems in their business as, oh, I don't want to pay for that. And I understand that when you're in the beginning times of your business, it's hard to get everything that you need in the beginning, because I was at the beginning like everybody else, and I used the tools free for as long as I could, and I knew when it was time to upgrade. But people want to have a blog, or they want to have the best looking sales pages or the best looking newsletter. But in order to have those things, you've got to buy the system that helps you build that, because you can't run it on air. And if you're trying to build a blog successfully, you cannot use a free blog site. You cannot use free widgets and tools, because they will not work for you the way you want them to work. So building your business from the very beginning, the way it needs to be structured, it's just like building a house. Your business is just like building a house. You are building a foundation, a platform, and you build up as you grow. But if you start building your platform on very cheap and wobbly pieces of wood, they're going to break and your foot's going to go through them. And then you're going to have to start all over again and redo it. It's just as easy to start from the beginning and do things the way you need to. And I find that so ironic that there's so many entrepreneurs that go, I don't need an email list. I don't want to pay for that. But yet they want to try to connect with their people through a regular Gmail account, which you can only send so many emails. And most people don't know that. Through Gmail, you can't do bulk emails, because they go into what they call a sandbox, or they blacklist you and they never get the information. Now, if it's just 1 or 2 emails and you're trickling them out, sure, those are going to work. But as you grow and your list starts growing and you have more customers, clients, and people reaching out to you, you've got to have a system in place that collects their email, their phone numbers, their name, into an email system that you can send out bulk emails at one time. I can send out in my email list 4,000 emails all at one time and know that they're going to get into the email box on the other side. And just like your blog, when people are starting to blog, they don't know what they're doing yet. They're kind of confused. Do I need this widget, that widget? Do I need to download this plugin? They don't know what they need. And you can use a lot of free plugins, don't get me wrong. But Then you've got to learn how to take care of the security so you don't get hacked, which seems to be super popular nowadays. People are, I don't know if it's just a game, hacking and stealing people's information just makes no sense to me. But you've got to have your security on your blog so that your information's not hacked and you lose access to your own blog. Had that happen, it's not fun. So you need a system that will take care of that for you. You don't want to have, if you're brand new to blogging, the last thing you need to learn is tools, plugins, security. Most people just want to be able to log in and start writing. Because a blog can be many things. Like this podcast is going to be over on AngelaBrooke.com. That's where you're going to find all of my iTunes, my Google playlist, all of my podcasts will be found on AngelaBrooke.com. You can do video and post them over on your blog, which I will be doing. My Facebook Lives, I'm going to be embedding them over in my blog because I want to keep all of my content in one place. So your blog is your home base. That is where all of your structure of business can be. And there's hidden links that you can, they can't see everything in your blog if you set it up that way. But you can do different categories so that you're talking to different audiences. And all of this can't be done on a free blog setup. So you have to understand that starting from the beginning, getting your platform and your foundation going in the right direction so that you don't have to stop and start all over on down the road. It just makes sense. And if I can help you get started with a blog, by all means, go to AngelaBrooke.com. You can message me there. You can find me on Facebook, Angela Brooks Biz. Send me a message there. Or you can send me an email at angela@angelabrooke.com. And I will send you a 10-day trial of the system that I use to get you started so that you can take a look around and just know that when you start blogging and you're going to be looking at the price of a system versus the value of what you're going to get out of it, just know that you're building a foundation for a business that's going to be long-term. If you're not planning on your business lasting very long, then pick a free system and just play with it. But you're wanting to be found on Google. You want Google to send you clients, customers. You want your blog to be a reference ground for information and content. You don't want to just waste your time and put stuff out there and then nobody read it. So let's build it from the foundation up, make it solid, and your price over value is just as important as picking the right system. So I hope this was helpful for you today, and I would love to hear back from you. You can leave a comment wherever this is posted. There may be a comment place in below, or you may just be able to find me over on the Facebook, Instagram, or AngelaBrooke.com.